The last page in this story should be relatively easy to lay out. We've already got the text on the page. It extended a bit when we were working on the other spread. I'm just going to bring this down a bit and make sure I can see all the text just to have an idea how much there is of it. And I'm going to start by bringing in this image and adding its captions so we know where to start the text, how high on this page. So this photo is duty free. And I'm just gonna get these boxes out of the way. I don't want to bother with text wrap if I don't have to. So I'll just click again to add this image simply here. You see it is a bit wider than the margins, and it should be just as wide as the margins, and it goes up to the very top of the page. So that means first of all that it goes up to the bleed, since it's going to the edge of the piece of paper basically, so it needs to go a bit outside to be properly laid out. And there's some extra stuff around this image, and it's not quite straight as it is if you look at the gangway here or whatever that is, and all the information inside this photo. Even though it's low quality, you can tell it's not straight. So what we need to do before we actually lay it down properly is straighten it out. And we can see the margin here, this purple line is straight, and there's this line above it that goes slightly towards the right and down. So we can use that as a reference. And what I'm going to do is select the image inside the box. So I want the box to stay straight, right? To keep the 90-degree angles. I just want to rotate the image inside the box. So I'm gonna hover above this image, and you see I get this circle here. If I click on that, it's going to select the image in the box instead of the box. Another way of doing that is to just double click the box with a photo in it. And you see the outline changes to this teal, bright cyan kind of color. And now that the image is selected, I can rotate it inside the box. You see the box still stays where it is. So I will just rotate it very slightly. A bit more. Something like that, because the vertical is slightly off as well. So this is something that looks acceptable to me. And then I am going to crop it to make sure none of the white corners show up, and make sure this box, make sure this box is just as wide as the margins. So this way we can move the image around in the box until we get a satisfying position. And I am just using the arrow keys on my keyboard to do this in small increments. And this is it. I have rotated and cropped the image in InDesign directly, and it's still, everything is up to the bleed. And let me make sure yes, it's on one of the baselines, so that's okay. I'm going to bring in its name and description just here under the photo directly. Up to and including the colon, we have again the character style photo name, and then photo description. And let me see if, never mind. And I'm going to narrow, or well, make the box shorter and as wide as it has to be, or as wide as the page, just to make sure. And because again, these are character styles, not paragraph styles, they don't contain the paragraph formatting, so I need to do the baseline alignment myself, but that's something that needs to be done. And that looks good. And bring in the last image here in the center. Now I know where these boxes should be, and they should be just one line under the caption. Both of them. And bring in the photo here. The photo is this one, Mohammed. Again, just click. It's already exactly one column wide. And Dubai region, this is the description. Let me check here. Just after the parenthesis is where the style changes. So again, photo name, photo description, align to the baseline grid, and the leading is set to auto. So I need to set it to 10 and just bring this box here. And it fits very nicely together with this image right on the grid. Well, I'm going to increase it just a bit because it's not exactly the proper size, and then fit the content to the frame, and it fills that perfectly. Okay, and now I can, well, I accidentally got it exactly the right size here, so just one line above the photo, and then add the rest of the text here. So there's a bit much, but we'll fix that. There's 4-ish lines left. And just add the photo sources. So for the previous one is this one. Again, simple paste. Paragraph style is photographer. I should have saved the alignment to the left. Rotate. And just there on the edge, the box size doesn't really matter as long as this fits. And this is for photo number 3. It goes to the side right here. Apply the paragraph style, align to the left, rotate, and this one, since it's in a gutter, goes and up to the middle of the gutter there and aligned as well. And before copy fitting the text, just draw the dividing lines. I'm just gonna draw one and copy it. And actually it needs to be slightly taller. And slightly shorter. Or actually in the end just moved a bit. But that's it. That's how this page should look. And let's fit the text here. I'm going to specifically look for a few paragraphs that are longer, more dense, and with less space on the last line. So for example, this one definitely can take a bit of tracking, just -1, and it does the job. Maybe this one too. Let's see. -14. That's a lot. Maybe I can find a better one on this page. -6 does the job here. And if I don't want this first page to end with a single line, I'll try to make some space here. -6 does the job here too. And I think, let's see, one more is required. I'll try. Actually, I kind of have to fix this one because otherwise the last column here just starts with those two words. So -4 does the job. I don't like how this is aligning here, but it's gonna have to be good enough. Maybe I can just move, yeah, just move it a fraction of a millimeter to the left, the text wrap, and it aligned a bit nicer. And yeah, now all the text fits in here. If you look at the original, the byline is on the same line here. There's an enter, so I need to erase that and apply the byline style here, and also erase the enter after that if I want everything nicely neat and clean. But something like this should be it. You'll do your own alignment of the text and see what particularly works. Tighten it up, loosen it up, various places. But this should be everything. And as always, save the file and don't forget to package it. And Spiegel done. And archive it. This is Spiegel done. Right click, send to compressed zipped folder, and this is ready to upload to Moodle.